Hello there, and welcome back to Ireland, where we currently have some, rebellious people to deal with. There is, of course, one simple way, or potentially one way I can deal with this, and that is by simply doing something that probably is a bad thing. And that is to aim at imprisoning basically everyone in order to get enough cash to imprison banners, just so that I can get enough cash to actually pull off a couple of things. Basically, get myself some more mercenaries and hopefully replenish them to good levels. That should be a fairly good, potentially a good start, but we'll have to see how that turns out because I have no idea if I can actually pull that off or not. But hopefully it is possible to do. And if we can just, how should I put this, beat them down one by one, we might be able to pull that off. But once again, it's kind of a risky move. So we'll be moving all our troops into one position when the wars against these guys. I have my mercs here, replenish, we'll of course stand down our regular army, re-race it, and basically have it join up with to enemy presence homelands only. Yeah, we'll go for that. Then simply re-race, have them join up with this army, and hopefully then we have what we need here to beat back these revolters. I do need to banish a couple of more, it seems like, just to have enough cash here to actually keep this going. And there we go. I guess I'll also just go ahead here and hand these things out straight away, although I probably should have waited, just for the sake of not pissing off the new ones as well. But nothing to do with that right now. This is basically the last desperate measure of mine to try and beat back the revolters. And since our armies are almost equal right now, we might be able to win a lucky victory or two, and that is basically what we will be hoping for. We'll of course allow the mercenary armies to replenish themselves a little bit more, but as I said, right now, not really that much we can do except for just wait. We'll see how it turns out once we actually end up in a battle. Also, the wife is pregnant, good, but we'll have to see what these guys actually chose or are choosing to attack us right now, and I honestly do not blame them. So it will be an interesting battle, and if we win this, or even if we do not win this, because the plan here, let's face it, the plan of mine here will have to be simply whittling them down slowly but surely, one battle at a time, and hopefully beat them that way. But it seems like we were actually quite lucky. We defeated them in that battle, and with that, can I now offer you a white piece, or are you still a little bit too stubborn? Yes, it is. So we'll have our mercenaries now replenish, and hopefully that way I will be able to make things work here. We'll banish this guy just for good measure. Everyone will hate my guts right now, so it's no changing that. I hope for a boy, so the succession laws won't actually cut my country in 500 different uh, well basically I don't want my country to be made into several smaller states by Gavelkind. Hopefully when I win this war, the Tanistry one, I'll get Tanistry itself. I haven't actually checked what it is yet, but I believe it's actually something along the lines of the most powerful uh, family member takes control, or that's probably how the Muslims do it, but I can't honestly not remember what the Tanistry is. So we'll just allow this army to reinforce, and then we'll try and take out this one. Because of the fact that they are sieging now, I'm not. They'll be losing troops, and I'm actually confident enough to allow us to try and attack this one. And once again, as I said, as long as I can use my mercenaries to whittle down their troops, we'll be able to pull this off. I got a third daughter here, which is definitely a very, definitely very worrisome. And that is simply because of the fact that if I get too many daughters, my lands will be cut into even smaller pieces than they already are. And I want to actually just get rid of that guy's army right now and imprison him forever. That is what I want to do, and that is what I'm going to do. It'll cost me a little bit of extra money, but the feeling of revenge will be much sweeter than a little bit of money lost. So we'll give a buy a chance, and then we'll change our marshal probably pretty soon. But there we go. No more rebels, and I can finally get back to conquering Ireland. It's kind of ridiculous that we're able to rise up like this, and I want to execute him, but I need a gold, so you're hereby banished, Mal Madok. Uh, we'll of course go ahead now, siege Kildare, and get ourselves a duchy, and we'll consider what we'll do after that. We'll see how it goes. And I got a little bit of extra gold as well. We'll see what happens afterwards. There we go. The war for the duchy is finally over. This mounting claim on Tara, and with this guy of course become a count under me, which is kind of risky because he'll probably rise up sooner rather than later, I might add, and that is of course a very bad thing. At least now I am Duke level, and that allows me to, well, it actually became Gavelkind, which kind of, this is all screws screws up all my plans, because that means that I definitely need now a boy child in order to actually be able to do anything at all. So for the time being, we'll just continue with the Holy Wars, try and take as much land as possible, and I'll probably just keep it myself because, well, no real reason to give it away. And if I do end up giving something away, it's probably just for the purely reason of, well, avoiding people to rise up. But I do only have 2 counts below me, and I'll aim at keeping it that way. I'll most likely end up killing off those, or fabricating claims on those counts lands. But I don't actually have the choice of doing that right now, so no, nothing really I can do there. I can of course get 26 gold for a prisoner. This one, apparently nothing, so we'll just do the simple thing here and release. No real reason to keep a full prison. And for the time being, we'll just continue focusing on war, take Ulster, take the remains of Ireland, most likely try and revoke the 2 counties here, just to prevent any uprisings, future uprisings. It will of course weaken the country due to the fact I won't get the full amount of levies and such, and so no idea why that popped up all the way down there. It had nothing to do with me at all, and I'm really tempted to just get rid of this army here, the Grenadian one, just to make sure that they don't actually join up with anyone else. But it seems to be fine, so it shouldn't actually be a problem. Rise of the Shia. So Schism of Islam. We have now the Shias and the, well, regulars, I think. No, the Sunni. So that's interesting, but nothing we'll worry about right now. It might actually be beneficial for us once we actually start getting down there and start getting some gains. But for the time being, it doesn't really matter. And I'm also kind of surprised that none of these guys have actually been able to well, it's only 4% though, so I guess I could understand why it's going so slow. So I guess we definitely need to start handing out these counties, and also trying to get people converted, and then having them in the, well, scope of things. I'm also, as I said, very tempted to go ahead and take these 2 guys' lands, and I'll probably do that as well once we're done with Ulster and Oriel. So we'll see how it goes. Just as I said that, the war is over, so we'll go ahead and just end it, take everything, and we'll do the same thing over here. Just get Ulster straight away, and we might just go straight for Galloway as well. I think we have the forces to pull that off. And apparently here I am at war with this guy because he decided to, well, we'll kill someone to Oriel. And that puts me in kind of an awkward spot here. See who is good stat-wise. Go for this guy, I think. So we'll just siege this, kill off their troops, and then we'll probably go for Brighton and Dublin. We'll see how it goes. I didn't notice this before now, but I'm apparently the wise, so it means I'm clever. I guess it could be, well, wise and clever doesn't actually match up, but even so, it means at least that I'm to some extent smart, and I was able to pull off what I wanted here. So let's see, have you... Well, we'll ask if you tamper with the occult. No idea how it would actually work out. I should probably have read the whole thing, but I guess back in my mind I remember something, and that is kind of bad because I should definitely start reading things through rather than just assuming things. And also it would be, of course, more interesting for you guys if I actually read things rather than, I know what happens. Let's just get a move on. So I'll try and stop that bad habit, and we'll just fight the other guys here, have them give up, and hopefully that will be enough to solve those issues. And of course, I'll also go ahead and get rid of these 2 counts. They're currently being kind of a nuisance. I like to keep all counties if possible in the family, and I'll most likely just keep on doing that during this gameplay as well. So it should definitely be interesting. And I guess I'll just offer him a white piece. It's nothing that I actually want, and as long as I don't actually get into a real war here, I can just go for Strathclyde and things like that. So hopefully I can get a son here. If not, then we'll definitely be in trouble because of the fact that I'll have to hand out counties then, just to make sure that people like me if I want to change the succession laws. But we'll see how it goes. For now, as I said, we'll move on Strathclyde. Just try and once again snatch as much land as possible. The Crusader are starting to get kind of big and kind of dangerous, so we need as much land as possible, and I need to also have it converted. So I might actually just end up handing over some counties to Jewish characters, and then we'll do a purge later. Once we have money, once we actually have complete control, more or less. So it'll be interesting if this turns out, but judging by the amount of troops, we should be able to win this one fairly comfortably. So we'll see how it goes. As you can see here, we are actually winning this battle. And with that, we are basically set. I'm pretty sure this guy hates me, and so does the other, of course. See here, Foreign Conqueror, the Demnes is too big, declare war. The other things here, so we'll definitely do some kind of purge, and then create a lot of counts, I think. Basically do a purge of these two, and probably also the city and temple levels in this county, in these three counties, just to make sure that all of my vassals actually are positive and in the relation to me. So there's a lot of things that needs to be considered, and the counts will probably be good. But as I said, we'll probably do a purge later on where we'll hand everything over to a family member again. So for now, we'll just continue on the attack of Strathclyde here, and then we'll deal with these two and also the 6 regular levels. So we'll see how it goes. We might be in a bad spot here. I've once again done the mistake of allowing armies to join up for my, due to the fact that I prefer to allow, my army siege rather than anything else. But of course, we do have troops of our own now, a big bunch actually. So we'll join them up and use them to basically sort out this issue. And after that, we'll do the purge. And once that is done, we are basically set to start handing out counties. And I'm a duke. I've actually kind of forgotten about that. So it's not actually a difficult or scary thing at all to just hand out a county or two to, anyone actually. So that is, of course, a beneficial, consideration to add in. And for now, we'll just go ahead, attack these guys, hopefully win that battle, and I think that is actually enough here to win this war. And it actually is. We have won the Holy War for Strathclyde, and with that, we are once again in a better spot here. I'll just have my Levi's stand down, and then we'll march to Tyrone and Kildare. But I think we'll wait with that until next episode. We'll do the purge once we get there. And we'll also, of course, get quite a lot of new people, I guess. Basically, I need to give lands to people who doesn't hate my guts. So I might actually end up creating just, at least for these three, I might actually end up creating bishoprics or something like that. So we'll see how it turns out next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.